All right, today we're going to do the data analysis study guide number 1. And for the matching, mean is the same thing as the average of the set of data. Median is the middle number in the set of data. Outlier, it's not that. The average distance that the data points in a set of data are from the mean, that is the mean absolute deviation. The values at the extreme ends of the data, that would be outliers, much larger or much smaller. And the interquartile range is the range of the quartiles. Technically, the outlier, that's really not a good definition for outliers. That would be a good definition. The values at the extreme ends, that really would be the definition for range. So let's mark out the word outlier for this and put the word range. Okay, the range would be this. Outliers are much larger or smaller than other numbers. In the data set than the other numbers in the data set. Something like that, okay? Now, list all the measures of center. It would be mean, median, and the mode are measures of center. Measures of spread are range and IQR, interquartile range. Based on the visual inspection, which animals appear to have a larger range of weights? Here we have house cats and small dogs. The one that has the larger range, well, 12 minus 6, the range for small dogs is 6. Okay? Here, 13 minus 9 is 4. So, which animals appear to have a larger range of weights? It's small dogs. Based on visual inspection, which animals appear to have more predictability? Well, these are closer together. The closer together they are, the easier it's going to be to predict. So it's house cats. Any questions? In number 6, if 18 out of 21 people like the Pacers, predict how many out of 500 like the Pacers. So we have Pacers and total. 18 out of a total of 20 people like the Pacers. So how many would like the Pacers out of 500? I have it set up. So I'm going to do my cross products. 21 times x equals 18 times 500. Now, if that were 20, it would be easy. You just take 20 times the number that equals 500. But it was 21. So divide both sides by 21. And x equals, when you take 18 times 500 and divide it by 21, you're going to get and it says round to the nearest whole number. The 5 will turn the 8 to a 9. So you're going to get 429 people out of 500 like the Pacers. Any questions? Okay, let's go to the next page. These are all types of questions that will be on your test tomorrow. Problem number 7. Sebastian, why? Oh, close your Chromebooks, kids. Yeah, let's not have anyone's Chromebook open. We're grading our paper now. Name the outlier in the data set. Well, the number that is much larger or much smaller is what? 51. Okay, use the graph below about the heights of players on a team to answer questions 8 to 13. Please pay attention. Your upper extreme is your end of the whisker at the right end, and it's 84. The lower extreme is the dot on this end, it's 72. The lower quartile is Q1. The upper quartile is Q3. The median is 79. Now, sometimes they might say the lower quartile, if it's a multiple choice, it could be 75. And for Q3, they might want you to do 82. Okay? Name the interquartile range. Well, 82 minus 75 is going to be 7. So the IQR is 7. Are there any questions? All right, let's look at the next one. The maximum is 27. It's the largest value. Your smallest value is 21. It's not the number that has the most dots or the least dots. You look at the values, okay? Now, the mode is the number that occurs the most, and we have two modes. It's going to be 24 and 25. It has two modes because they're both the same. In number 17, a survey found that 18 out of 20 students' favorite sport is soccer. If there are 550 students in the school, predict how many of the students would prefer soccer. So we have soccer over total. 8 over 20 equals X over 550. 20X equals 8 times 550, divide by 20, divide by 20. X equals, in your calculator, 8 times 550 divided by 20 is 220. So you have 220 kids in your school like soccer. A survey found that 2 out of every 10 students do not have a sibling. What is a reasonable prediction for the number of students who do have a sibling if there are 500 students? Okay, so do over total. How many do have a sibling or a brother or sister? 8. So 8 out of 10 do. So how many out of 500 would? Well, this one's pretty easy because if I take 10 times 50, I get 500, right? So I can just take 8 times 50, and the answer is 400 do have siblings. Any questions? All right, let's go to the next page. On number 19, which gym has a greater range of attendance? Is it Fun Fit or Greg's Gym? Which ones has the bigger range? Fun Fit. The range is larger than Greg's Gym. So Fun Fit. Now, answer questions 20 to 22 about the data set below. Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. For the mean, you're going to add these all together. The total is 153. And you're going to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And round to the nearest tenth. When you round this to the nearest tenth, it's 21.9. On your test, if you don't round it to the right number, it's counted wrong, kids. And I'm not going to change it. You should know how to round your numbers. Are there any questions? Did anyone else get that answer? Okay, good. Median. I have to put them in order from little to big. So let's rearrange it. 3, 18, 19, 20, 26, 32, and 35. So the median, 1, 2, 3, there's one middle number, and it is 20. Is there an outlier in the list? What is the outlier? 3 is much smaller than all the others. Okay, in the next problem, there are 53 12th grade female girls surveyed in all. If there are 200 females in the 12th grade, predict how many are left-handed. Okay, so we have, if there are 200 females in 12th grade, how many are left-handed? So females, there are 7 that are left-handed. So we have to do the total. Left, right, and then total. They told us it was what? 53? Yeah, total is 53 female girls. Now, they didn't interview the same number of males. So, how many are left-handed? Left total. 7 are left-handed out of 53. If there are a total of 200, how many are left-handed? So, you have 53 times x equals 7 times 200. Divide both sides by 53, and you're going to get x equals, when you round it to the nearest whole number, it's going to be 26. Okay, this time it said whole number. Do you see how I got 26? Will the 4 turn the 6 into a 7? No. Okay, for the next one. If there are 400 male and female students in 12th grade, predict how many males and females are right-handed in the 12th grade. So, here we have to go back and figure the total out for this. The total for this one is 68. So the total of both of them for male and female, you're going to get 121. Do you see how I got the 121 for total population? Okay, so if there are 400 male and female students in 12th grade, predict how many male and females are right-handed in the 12th grade. So here, out of 121, right hand total, 46 plus 63 gives you 109. And how many was the total? Out of 121. So they want to know how many would be right-handed if you have a total of 400 people. All right, so you have 121 times x equals 109 times 400. Then you're going to divide both sides by 121. And you get the answer x equals, oh, I know that's not right because that's more than 400. So if I have 121 times x, let's try it again. 109 times 400 divided by 121. This looks better. When I round it to the nearest whole number, it's going to be 360. Any questions? Okay, let's go to the next one. Circle the letter of the sampling method that would better represent the whole population. Clinton School Cafeteria, student satisfaction. They want to know how many kids are satisfied with their cafeteria. Mark surveys or the guy named Mark, surveys 40 students who are in his classes. Tammy surveys 95 students by randomly choosing names from a list of all students in the school. Which one would you choose? Yes, B. It's a random and it's a larger survey. The more people you survey, the more accurate you're going to be, and it's random. So those would be two reasons that you could add for that. Let's go to the last page. In number 26, Anita wants to know what people's favorite type of movie is. Which sampling method would give valid results? Okay. She asks people as they are leaving the movie theater. She asks all her family members and friends. She creates a poll online on the website called Here's Why Action Movies Are the Best. She asks every fifth person as they are checking out at the grocery store. Which one's the best one to use, class? It's D. Yeah, that's the best one. It's the most random. It won't be as biased. Number 27. A teacher arranged four, quiet please, four randomly chosen students' test scores in the table below. She said that her class average was 81.5. How could this be misleading? What is the best measure of center? Okay, so here there is no mode. The median would be in between. So if you put them in order from little to big, your median is going to be in between 89 and 92, which would make it 90.5. It's not going to be the mean because the mean is 81.5, but it's not the best one to use because of an outlier. When you have an outlier, you're going to choose the median. So the best one to use is the median. Why are you using the median? Because there is an outlier. Because most of the scores are going to be larger than the average of 81.5, as you can tell. Now, the mean is they had this part right here. The mean is misleading because the outlier of 45 increases the average score of the students. No. Did 45 increase the average score? No, it decreased it. It decreased it. B. What is the best measure of center? It's going to be the median, B. Now, for the last section, find the mean absolute deviation of the following data sets. Round to the nearest tenth. Okay, I'm going to put the answers up there for you in just a moment, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the worksheet because we are running short on time today. I want to make sure everyone does get their study guide number 2. So I'm going to put this on pause. Okay, I'm going to go over how to do number 28. Here I found the mean. The first thing you have to do is find the mean. I added them all together. I got 28 divided by 7 is 4. A 1. From a 1, it's a 3. 8 is 4. From a 2, it's a 2. Then I add all of these numbers or the distance it is from it. You don't do if it's positive or negative. It's just how far is it from it. Add those numbers together, and I'm going to divide it by 7 because there are 7 numbers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So then I have 16 divided by 7 will give me my mean absolute deviation. 16 divided by 7, it says round to the tenths place, it will be 2.3. If you put 2.2, I'd count it wrong. The 8 turns the 2 into a 3. So it's 2.3. In the next one, when I added them all together, I get 21. Divided by 5 is 4.2. So how far is 4.2 from 6? Well, if you have a calculator, 6 minus 4.2 gives you the answer 1.8. How far is that? It's 2.2. For how far is 5 from that? It's 0.8, 2.2, and 1.8. Now you're going to add those 5 numbers together. You get 8 8/10. Divide it by 5. And the answer is 1.76, which will equal 1 8/10. Any questions on how to do the mean absolute deviation? Okay. Any questions on the study guide number 2 that I just handed out to you? Okay. Do a nice job.